We're really not ready, but
We
it
ain't ready,
started.
but we
But it started on its
Yes.
own. It's Toya Tuesday. Chocolate
Hey.
Divinity Latoya Charleston is here. I'm Patty Jackson. I'm your auntie of pop culture. Y'all know I'll forget, so come and get the hug.
Come and get
it. It's not cute not knowing, and now we're gonna know. And now I ain't eating crow. Years ago, I said that Sissy Houston had Alzheimer's. We were going through the whole thing, the Pat Houston stories and everything. She don't have Alzheimer's. She was in hospice battling Alzheimer's at the time of her death.
And you said it.
Yeah, I've been said that because she had this look that a lot of, because they're not all here. They're here, but they're not all
go
here.
In and out.
Exactly. Sissy Houston died from complications of Alzheimer's. She was in a hospice. She was 91. Her life was incredible and sad at the same time. Her singing with sweet inspirations. I think of Elvis Presley, Dionne Warwick, Shaka Khan, Aretha Franklin. She did background, sweet inspirations for all of them. She was a gospel artist in her own right and a 2-time Grammy winner. Back in 1996 for Best Traditional Soul Gospel Album, and again in 1998. The highs and the lows, and boy, were the lows low. Losing Whitney, her daughter, one of the greatest singers ever. Her granddaughter, Bobby Christina. Bobby Brown and his family, they released the statement. And even though those two bumped heads all the time, he didn't even want her married to Whitney. He said they send their prayers and condolences out to the Houston family. Pat Houston has been giving some statements, the tributes. Well, like how she died, admitting, the Alzheimer's, and stuff like that. But yeah. Y'all know I stopped watching Dance with the Stars a couple of years ago. But last night they had Soul Train night. And I said,
it brought you back in?
No.
Okay.
It didn't. I think the dad from Family Matters, he's terrible. He's so stiff.
Oh, Carl.
Yeah, no. Yeah, Carl. I was like, Carl. No, it didn't bring me back. And I watched it. And I said, I tried. Because it was Soul Train night, But I liked how they paid homage to Soul Train because it was the show. I don't think we'll ever see anything like that again. But that time, the culture, what Soul Train meant, what I think saddens me the most is how Don Cornelius, I think he lost his mind. Y'all know he killed himself. I think there were some mental issues going on. And they still do the Soul Train cruise and stuff like that. But that show, watching him, Don Cornelius, it's just a shame how it ended.
I don't think about the Soul Train line. Do the kids still do that?
Sometimes at family gatherings, they'll do a Soul Train line, but most of them probably don't know.
Don't know now, child.
But you go to an old school family gathering, they're doing.
Get the Soul Train line together. Come on.
Yes. Back in 2001, Halle Berry was married to singer Eric Benet. He's got a great new project, and he's got this song with Tamar Braxton, Something to Make Love To. Well, in a recent podcast interview, because Halle been married more than a couple times, she talked about Eric Benet, who had been cheating on her. But I remember him going to a sex addict clinic. He was a sex addict.
Yes.
Well, Halle Berry said that's a bunch of crock. He wasn't no sex addict. I think he was forced. It was a publicity spin. I don't think he was a sex addict either.
No.
But he had to go along to get along.
Yes.
Because he was married to Halle, and everyone was like, well, who could cheat on Halle Berry?
Y'all better stop this. People are people.
But she said that story was a bunch of crap.
That makes sense.
Hoda Kotb leaving the Today Show. Weren't we all stunned when she made that announcement? To be with her family. She had children late in life. She wanted a better quality of life. But she was still going to stay inside the NBC family.
Okay.
Now we're hearing they asked her to take a pay cut. And she said no. Making, I think, about $20 million.
Okay.
But gone are the days where these big anchors would make that much money. And it's because the way that media has changed. A lot of people are just there for the clips. Then you got YouTube, course, with social media, some people just go on the clips. Their ratings are not as big as they once were because TV is not the dominant form. It may be the number one form, but it's not the dominant form. Heck, they go to TikTok to get their damn news stories.
Yes.
Which is crazy to me.
Yes.
But yeah, they want her to take a pay cut. Now check this out. Rachel Maddow, MSNBC, she makes $30 million and she only works 1 day a week.
Yeah, Rachel said, "I said, don't worry about what's going on over here."
Watch they make her take a cut. You working 1 day a week and you getting $30 million and MSNBC's ratings aren't that great. Got to think about it.
Somebody like her over there.
It's going to change after the political season.
Yes,
it's going to change.
Yes, it is.
And they're going to be like, we can't give you this much money, but they're saying all of them. Good Morning America, CBS. If they could do it to a Hoda on the number one morning show, look for the others to not get renewed or asked to take a pay cut.
And shout out to the ones who will get frustrated and they say, "I'll do it myself," and they start their own YouTube doing their own news.
Yeah, they'll start doing their own. They're going to try to keep her in the NBC family, but they're looking at getting younger talent that's not going to be asking for $20 million. They'll pay him something, but they ain't getting $20 million. They're looking to see like how that goes. Yesterday I mentioned that Kanye West, he's 47, was having problems with his 29-year-old wife, and maybe he just didn't want to be married anymore. Now they're saying they're working it out.
Okay.
Bye.
Go on. Go have a seat. Go. Keep walking around Europe barefoot. Go on.
Today, the late Lisa Marie Presley, she was writing a book at the time of her death, and her daughter Riley actually finished it and made sure it got to the publishers and everything. Okay. The book, From Here to the Great Unknown, was released. One of the more shocking revelations, she talks about being married to Michael Jackson. And she said he was a virgin at 35 years old when they married. Their romance, their MTV kiss, it shocked the world. They were only married for 2 years. And she said that they were in love and they fell in love on a trip to Las Vegas. Now, for those who are saying, what about Tatum O'Neal? What about Brooke Shields? Madonna pushed up on them hard. And she wanted to be the one to say, I did that.
Self out of here.
Yeah. He's like, you a little too fast. You know this fast.
And you know Catherine wasn't having none of that mess.
Yeah, you're a little too fast.
Yes.
Fast. So that was what Toys. I don't believe it.
I don't believe none of that you talking, but rest in peace to the dead. I don't want to talk ill of them, but I don't think so. Deion
Sanders, Coach Prime, is coming to Tubi.
Okay, Coach.
I have a movie on Tubi called Money Lovers where I play the mayor. So I don't do Tubi jokes anymore.
And Tubi is the spot, okay? I'm still trying to be a Tubi superstar.
Well, Deion Sanders and Roxy Diaz, formerly of Entertainment Tonight, they're having a entertainment sports show entitled We Got Time Today. You know that's Deion's favorite saying. He is now the coach of the Colorado Buffaloes, and it's going to air on Tuesday. And so far, they got a 20-week commitment.
I'm going to check this out.
But Coach Prime is coming.
Yeah, this will be good. Because he can talk more about than just sports, too. And that's where Roxy will help out with that side.
She is going to help out. So that's going to be interesting. Yeah. We still don't know why he and Tracy Edmonds broke up. She got tired of him with them toes missing and cheating. I know.
And all the people cruel. Up in that house. I saw the Tiny House episode.
It was 1,000 people in there. I was like,
wait. Tracy said, I ain't signed up for none of this.
Yeah, sometimes you got to know what you sign up for. Judge Mathis and his wife, Linda. Let's cue up Roberta Flack, Donny Hathaway, and back together again. Yeah. They're spending a lot of time together, and they're working it out.
Come on now.
She filed for divorce to get his attention.
Because you thought I was playing.
Yeah.
I told you to get in this house and sat down. Yeah. And you wanted to be out here all willy-nilly.
Yeah, because, Linda, you don't want to be out here. But Judge Mathis don't want to leave his wife. No.
Yeah, it was time to wake him up.
You get too old for somebody that want pocketbooks all the time and getting on your nerves.
Listen, Judge Mathis, stay home. Don't be coming out here getting no 40-year-old woman because she's going to run through your pockets now.
Yeah. he and his wife have been together for so long, and he loves her. I think she needed to get his attention because weren't we like divorced?
Since when?
Yeah.
Not y'all.
but it seems like they're getting it back together.
Such a beautiful couple.
Disneyland.
Okay.
They're going to have some days where they're selling $50 tickets. These amusement parks are expensive. And wait, it's when you have to turn around and tell your family, we got food at home. Don't be eating nothing in here.
You don't need nothing in here.
It's a lot. The tickets are a lot to get in. So I think this is a good thing. It's for Disneyland on the West Coast. Meanwhile, can we say a prayer for those in Florida? That evacuation thing is not easy. They're asking the people of Tampa to leave, and the mayor said, "If you stay, you're gonna die." Yep. I was like,
"Don't be so shocked.
Yep.
You need to leave."
It's very serious. The evacuation 20 years ago, there was a hurricane. We went down for the Tom Joyner family reunion, and we had to evacuate. I'd never seen anything like it. My son was 3 at the time. My mama was so mad. When we finally got back home, she snatched the baby out of my arms and rolled her eyes at me and said, "You shouldn't have went anyway." And hindsight, I should have paid attention to the forecast. When they said a hurricane was, I should have said, I ain't going. But it was a work trip. You know. Now, someone did accuse me in the comments yesterday of being a climate enthusiast or one of those climate nuts. Look, global warming is real, and we see it every year, and they're getting worse. And they said to me this will be the worst hurricane season, and it really is.
They're talking about how hot the water is.
Child,
there's no choice
it
but
feels
to
like
be bad.
It feels like a bath or a shower. 84 degrees. Of course, that water is going to be churning up.
I felt bad for that newscaster. He was getting emotional, and then he was like, "And y'all know why global warming? We've been trying to tell you this since Al Gore, and y'all ain't taking it serious."
And they're getting worse. And the thing about it, of course, the areas with the storm surges, right? But look how Helena reached all the way to the Carolinas, Georgia. They stopped talking about the damage in Florida.
Sure did.
They went right there because of the heavy rains that come with these hurricanes. And it's not good.
It's not. Just keep everybody in prayer.
Keep
please.
everybody in prayer.
And if you are still there, get out.
Yeah, you probably maybe can at this point if you're not on the road already.
Pray.
But just pray for them down there. That is not fun. I don't think they have flood insurance. It's costly, and it's making me wonder how many people will continue to flock to Florida with these hurricanes like this.
They're talking about FEMA running out of money, child.
FEMA will get more money because there's a lot of misinformation.
Okay, good.
About FEMA.
Good.
So much misinformation. People don't realize that you can get your money, get money, apply for it. It's just a whole mess when people just politicize.
Of course.
Tragedy, and this is tragic, and it's a tragedy for these people. You lose your home, you try to get back on your feet, you lose everything.
I couldn't even imagine.
Yeah, it's not.
And
it's
prayers
not
for
good.
the people who did evacuate and just think about what they're going to come home to.
Yeah.
If they'll have a home to come home to.
And for those who are helping out, many people arriving on the scene to help out those in need. Okay, now we're going to switch back to being silly.
Okay.
Who hasn't been cheated on?
Listen. It's part of life.
Okay, but there was a woman over in London, and she thought she was happily married to this man, but then he died.
All right.
She's going through his stuff and found out that he loved the escort services and spent a lot of money on the escort services. She was devastated, and she didn't know how to channel that anger.
All right.
So she decided, because he's gone, she had him cremated. So she decided to take some of his ashes.
You're messing with the dead lady.
And put them in her garden.
Okay.
The other ashes she decided to eat. Look at me choking on this damn story. She was eating them. She would mix it. She would add some water to it and said it tasted chalky.
Lock Annabella Lecter ass up. Lock her up. What kind of sickness? Now that man, while he was there, you just said yourself you was happily married. He had a thing for the hookers, but you didn't know you was happily married, being well taken care of. Let that man rest in peace. You sitting up here eating this dead body.
She ate the ashes.
Lock her up. You need to have charges brought up against you, and then you won't come to us and tell us and was smiling telling the story.
That's not how you get revenge.
No, it is not.
First of all, the best revenge is when you move on with your life and you be happy, child.
You run into them, you be smiling, and they don't understand why. Because I ain't with you.
And they don't understand it, and they all broke down and looking crazy.
And Mama, you just couldn't wait till you get to the other side to say something to him.
Look, she ate the ashes. The best revenge is success and being happy.
Come on now.
You know, you run into them in the Walmart or Target, and they looking at you and you smiling and you have moved on with
like, you look good.
your life. Y'all think, oh, you look good.
I know. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
But in the revenge, like this, she's sick in the head. Yeah. She's sick.
Yeah. So that's our little story for the day. You know, I just found that and I said, I have to share this story. That's not how you get revenge.
No.
Check out Toya Chocolate.Divinity on Instagram. You went somewhere looking all sexy.
Oh, yeah. It was a sneaker ball a couple of weeks ago. I had the opportunity, was invited to come out. It was a good time.
Why were the pictures fire? You can check her out there. The notification bell will let you know that we're here. Subscribe to the channel.
Yes.
Subscribe. We're at 78 at over 78,000. Thank you. Leave a comment. Auntie reads the comments. And give us a thumbs up if you like the video. It's not cute not knowing, and now you all know, and you know, don't eat ashes.
Crazy selves.
Toya Tuesday, Chocolate Divinity, LaToya Charleston. I'm Patty Jackson. I am your auntie of pop culture.